Hello, everyone, and welcome to Soul Stained Ink. My name is Beth, and I am tired, but I've finished a couple of books, so I thought I would come and talk to you about them. Today is Wednesday, May the 13th, and I have finished three um, books for middle grade May. Oh, guys, I am so tired. We are down to 5 days of school left. But yesterday was this really awesome field trip where we got to go to the zoo. It was about a 2.5 hour bus ride there. And then obviously the one back was about 2.5 hours. So about 5 hours on the bus with two classfuls of fifth graders. Plus, Elena got to go with me, and my fiance got to go with us. It was his first time ever going on a school trip with me and Elena. He's been to some of the girls' school things through the years because obviously he's been my best friend for longer than they've been alive. But, and then this last year he's gotten to go to like some things here in town. This was his first time ever getting to chill with us and go on something like this. And my babies did not disappoint. We got stalked through the zoo by a bunch of fifth graders. Um, I don't think he's heard my name hollered that much. Like the amount of times he heard somebody hollering for me yesterday was equal to or greater than the amount of times he's heard my name in the last 26 years. It was beautiful, and we had so much fun. And I got about halfway finished with reading Rogue, which I could have had this done within the first couple of days of the month, except I am reading it for my dissertation. So I am going through reading, annotating, marking things, right? So I have my little sticker here that tells me what the different colors of tabs mean, and I'm highlighting, underlining, writing notes to myself to annotate the book. So technically, I got to page 98, chapter 15. I'm slightly less than halfway through, and I still have to go back. This is what I read on the bus yesterday after having finished listening to an audiobook and grading about 300 papers. But I'm really enjoying this one. I can't wait to finish it up. The main character, Kiara, we're pretty sure has Asperger's, but hasn't been like officially diagnosed. But some ain't right. She got in a fight at school at the very beginning of the book, and so now she's homeschooled. And then this new family moves in across the street, and there is something going on with them as well. So it's a very interesting read, very important, and I am loving it. But I have, like I said, completed three other middle grade books. So the first one I completed is called The Cat Who Chased Ghosts, a feline fueled middle grade mystery with supernatural twists by Nick Manella. I read this on Kindle Unlimited, and I gave it a soft 3 stars. Um, I loved the premise of the book, but the writing style drove me insane. Just the way some things were phrased, and I went into it knowing that this was a British author, so I was expecting some of it, but some of it was just not great, no matter what language you're writing in. So that threw me off. But I did power through. I did finish. It was a shorter book. I could have finished it way more quickly than I did. It took me 3 days to finish it. I could have read it in an hour, hour and a half. But I kept getting pulled out by the way things were written. There is a second book, but I don't think I'm going to pursue that. I also read Lavender Clouds, Comics About Neurodivergence and Mental Health by Bex Allerton. This is not a middle grade book per se, But it had some things that I was sharing with Elena because they were definitely things that my 13-year-old neurodivergent daughter could share with me. So that's just kind of a side note. I also read Unusual Chickens for the Exceptional Poultry Farmer by Kelly Jones, with Katie Kath as illustrator. Now, I listened to this on Audible. You can't see the cover. I listened to this on Audible, and it is so well written. I did look up some of the illustrations, and they're absolutely adorable. I gave it a solid 4 stars, maybe closer to 4.5. It is about this little girl whose family moves from LA out to the middle of nowhere. Her great uncle owned this farm, and so they wind up not being able to really afford living where they were living. But great uncle passed away and left her dad the farm. And so they go out there and she finds these chickens, and they are unusual chickens. They have powers. The very first one she finds at the beginning of the book, she names Henrietta, and Henrietta can move things with her mind. And then there's all this other intrigue going on. And the book is written through letters. So it's all her writing to great uncle Jim and Abuelita, both who have passed away, and then to Agnes, who owns the unusual chicken farm that she's asking questions for. So this was so good. I really enjoyed the dynamic with her parents, and getting to know how to, take care of chickens. And there's a mystery and maybe a chicken thief, and there's maybe some supernatural elements a little bit. And it was really phenomenal. And then with my fifth graders, our final unit of the year, we did a cross curricular unit with social studies, and we read I Survived the American Revolution, 1776. This is by Lauren Tarshish. And I gave this a solid 4 out of 5 stars as well. I have actually finished reading this book 4 times this month, um, as we're going through it with everybody. So even though I've only officially read it 1 time, I read it 4 times and I didn't just get completely tired of it. So I think that is probably a ringing endorsement. It's a really good book. I really enjoyed it. I love the I Survived series, and the main character in this one is Nate. And there's so many overlapping elements in it, and the way it's written and the way the timeline works in this book really kept my students and myself interested as we were going through it. So I'd highly recommend that, as well as the rest of the I Survived series. Now, like I said, I'm going to complete Rogue. And then after that, I have 4 or 5 graphic novels that I am reading for my dissertation as well, but that are also middle grade reads. And I'm going to find myself another audiobook. We'll see where the month takes us. Right now, I'm just tired. Have an interview tomorrow to see if I can continue in the classroom that I've been long-term subbing for this year, to see if I can get the job officially for next year. And then I think Friday's just a normal day. But then Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday next week, all have special things going on because they're the last 3 days of school. And I'm already exhausted and pre-tired for the last 5 days. So I don't know how much reading I'm going to be getting done, but I'm definitely going to be getting some done. And I look forward to hearing about all of your reading as well. So drop your comments down below. Come talk to me if you've read these books, want to read these books, have other books you've been reading, have links to your videos so I can go watch them. All of that jazz. Come and talk to me down below. Hopefully I will be making another video soon. Until then, you guys have an amazing month. Have an amazing time reading, and stay safe out there.